It's 3 a.m. Your phone buzzes with urgent alerts. A major cyber attack has just hit global financial markets. Exchanges are shutting down, trades are failing, and your firm's exposure is unknown. In this moment, how fast can you access the critical information needed to protect your assets and your clients? What if I told you that during the next Black Swan event to hit financial markets, your firm could access critical information 10 times faster than your competitors? We've seen the devastating impact of unexpected events. Take the recent CrowdStrike Falcon incident on July the 19th, 2024. Financial news services at the London Stock Exchange were out for 6 hours. Trading at banks and brokers like JP Morgan and CMC were hit. Banks suffered dozens of outages, with Lloyds Bank seeing over 200. Meanwhile, brokers complained that exchanges were operating on a slimmed down basis. And that's just one example. In the world of finance, crises are inevitable and unpredictable. To paraphrase Eeyore, the sage anti-hero of the house at Pooh Corner, they're funny things, crises. You never know you're having them till you're having them. But why are we so vulnerable when crises and black swan events hit? Well, we sensibly build our organizations for business as usual. The sunny days, risk management, trading, compliance, technology, each requires deep, focused expertise. We build specialization because it's efficient. And this specialization is our strength until it isn't. When a crisis hits, these islands of expertise become isolated, hindering rapid response. The question is, how do we build bridges between these specialized islands when every second counts? Imagine if your risk managers and database administrators could speak the same language during a black swan event. If your organizational chart didn't dictate the speed of your response. At Lucidate, we've developed a revolutionary approach, leveraging generative AI, not to replace your specialists, but to empower them to collaborate more effectively when it matters most. Let's break this down. Human risk managers excel at intuitive decision making based on years of experience. They can sense when something feels off about a trading pattern or market movement, even if they can't immediately articulate why. On the flip side, large language models are unparalleled in their ability to rapidly process and connect vast amounts of disparate data. In a crisis scenario, an LLM can instantaneously analyze millions of data points, identify patterns and correlations that would take a team of human analysts days or weeks to uncover. But here's where it gets really interesting. LLMs were originally designed for language translation. Indeed, the attention mechanism that sets these large language models like GPT, Claude, and Gemini apart was specifically designed for language translation. So aside from translation, they're great pattern matchers and can very quickly come up with novel solutions, not through creativity, but by virtue of having seen a relevant analogous pattern in their training corpora. In almost every aspect that I can think of, and I'm listing the ones I can think of now on the screen, the capabilities of humans and LLMs dovetail well. Where humans are weak, LLMs are strong, and vice versa. So we've harnessed this power and this dovetailing to create a universal translator between human expertise and complex data systems. Imagine a risk manager asking, identify all the counterparties where our total exposure exceeds 10% of their reported liquid assets and their credit default swap spreads have widened by more than 50 basis points in the last 30 days. In seconds, our AI translates this into a complex database query, bridging the gap between risk expertise and data management. Let's see this in action. Here's an example of a very simple collateral management application that I've built. It has tables for trades, instruments, cash flows, risk measures, counterparties, and collateral, among other things. I can interact with all this data in a business as usual circumstance using a series of drop-down controls. But in this tab, I have a fine-tuned LLM that's been one-shot and n-shot trained on this database schema. I can enter an arbitrary request, something that I would have no idea at all how to code in SQL. But the LLM is able to understand the request, create the query, run it, and return the results. But how do we make this AI so adept at understanding your specific systems? Well, the secret lies in three powerful techniques. Firstly, fine-tuning. Think of this as sending our AI back to college for a specialized degree in your systems. 2, one-shot learning. We give the AI a comprehensive map of your database structure using retrieval augmented generation. Finally, n-shot learning. This is like giving the AI a cheat sheet right before an exam, providing it with some sample mappings between natural language queries and their corresponding SQL query plan. In previous crises, companies lost millions due to information delays, but the next black swan event doesn't have to catch you off guard. At Lucidate, we're not just preparing you for the next crisis, we're revolutionizing how your team collaborates when it matters most. Because in finance, where every second counts, this can be the difference between weathering the storm and being swept away by it. The question is, when the next black swan event hits, will you be ready? Don't wait for the next crisis to expose any vulnerabilities. Contact Lucidate today for a free consultation and see how our AI-powered solution can transform your crisis response capabilities. Lucidate, empowering specialists, mastering crises.